Welcome back to the Global Poker League. This Wednesday evening, we are live and interactive. I'm Laura Cornelius, joined by
Roland in the booth, Boothby, once again.
Indeed, we have seen so far a great match take place. It was the Moscow Wolverines versus the London Royals. Sam Trickett took on Sergei Lebedev, and we've got another great one coming up for you very, very shortly. We're going to have the Paris Aviators, Alex Luneau, and they will be taking on Sorel Mizzi of the Berlin Bears. We're going to go straight to Eric, who is live, and he's going to go over a few stats and tell us what is going on with the Moscow Wolverines.
What's going on with Moscow, Eric?
They made it or not?
Guys, I feel if you're a fan of the NFL, of the ESPN, I feel like a true insider with my phone just texting seconds before. Sorel Mizzi is here. Sorel Mizzi will be ready in a few seconds. Here it is, guys. The Moscow Wolverines, after a little further look, they will be qualified, or they are now qualified for the playoffs. Reason being, Hong Kong and Rome play later today, and one of those two teams will not be able to catch Moscow, and we already know that London can't catch them. So 2 equals 1 in this weird math world, and the Moscow Wolverines have qualified for the playoffs. It really was a matter of time. It would have taken some miracles for them not to make the playoffs. Literally, they would have needed to be swept, and other teams would have needed to sweep. It would have been pretty exciting, but congratulations to the Moscow Wolverines. They are the first team in, and the other big news here, guys, the Berlin Bears, they have a shot. If they win 2-1 or 3-0, the Berlin Bears will qualify for the GPL playoffs as well. A loss, there's still an outside shot for them to qualify later on tonight, but that's not what they want. They want to win to get in, so Moscow and Berlin on the verge, or one is in, the other one, the Berlin Bears, on the verge of being our second team in, which will mean that one spot will be on the line later on tonight. That won't happen, I don't believe. I'll get to the math for the third one. It's getting complex here. We've got pages and pages of stuff going on, but we do know that all teams are still alive. Even the London Royals, who lost earlier today, they will have a shot and could very well be in a situation, if they win, they get in next week, all depending on the next 2 matches. So it's getting crazy, and I'm getting more texts here, so I better leave you two alone.
Wow, thank you so much, Eric. We'll talk to you very shortly, just hopefully before the third match of the evening. Take care, enjoy. Wow, who would have thought that?
Was that a mistake from the stat man? Was it?
I
can't quite. I mean, I didn't hear the word mistake mentioned, but I mean, looking suspiciously like, I mean,
don't say it.
You know, he's the man who appears to have, well, never made an error in his life when it comes to stats. But I'm not saying the word mistake, but I mean, I'm just putting it out there. Potentially, we were saying it wasn't over until Paris had conducted their game. Moscow Wolverines are through. Congratulations to them. They can book their flight. They're off to Vegas. We saw them in the Twitch chat.
I feel bad.
Why?
I said to Sergei they hadn't made it.
I know.
And he thought they had. Oops.
Yeah. I mean, confusion reigns in the Eurasian Conference. It reigned, past tense. Confusion reigned, but we've reined it in. We've reined the confusion in, we are.
Enough rain.
We have
Just want some sunshine.
Clarity, raining in Malta. Clarity has arisen on the subject of the Eurasian Conference. Here we go. Sorel Mizzi for the Berlin Bears. They can seal the deal tonight. Alexandre Luneau. They're on the bottom of the table. The Paris Aviators, the French production crew will be in raptures if they can get a result. They'll be in tears, floods of tears, if Alexandre Luneau goes down tonight.
They love the Aviators.
They are on the bottom of the table. They need a result. All to play for here. Sorel Mizzi taking on Alexandre Luneau. Here we see Alexandre Luneau's credentials, mainly an online player, high stakes, nosebleed player. Best GPI rank of 809, 339k in earnings. He's got results going back to June 2010. Much more widely known for his online prowess, and as, of course, a star, as we say so often,
from
of the documentary Nosebleed, winner of a European Poker Award, no less. Sorel Mizzi, does he need any further introduction? Possibly not. Here we go. 11 million in earnings, 4th on the all-time Canada money list, 36th all-time money list, up to 3 on the GPI rank at one stage. Results dating back to 2006, 10 years. This guy has been putting in consistently good results throughout his poker career. He's certainly a figure who attracts talk, attracts controversy, but he's great to watch. Had a great run at this year's main event, I believe, finishing round about 115th. could be wrong. He is an absolute hoot to watch on
He's
the GPL.
great, yeah. He's very
And
entertaining.
we're looking forward to seeing him tonight. He will be able to take Berlin Bears, over that finishing line into a playoff position, and he'll be great fun to watch tonight.
He will indeed. I'm hoping we've been talking about him and speaking him up. I hope he's not in a bad mood.
Oh,
and just
God,
going to sit there and
hope
be
he's not a
boring.
grumpy bear.
I've never seen him be like that. So, I mean, it would have to be a rare occasion for him to be like that. But you never know. We were talking up Justin Bonomo yesterday, and we were saying how we were going to get Jungle Man really tilted yesterday, and it didn't happen. And Bonomo ended up being the one that was tilted. So, I'm just saying we should probably not say things too much in case it doesn't happen.
Really tough match to call here. Both got a great record in heads-up. Alexandre Luneau played twice in heads-up, won both times. Beat Dario Sammartino, I think it was, in week 1. And he beat Igor Kurganov in week 11. And as for Sorel, played 4 times heads-up. There he is,
happy.
looking bear-like.
He looks happy.
The GPL.
Look at that beard.
Game on.
Game on.
Game on.
Ladies and gentlemen. Children of all ages.
Looking rugged.
All right, what's going on here?
Has got very
Tell you what's going on. Alexandre Luneau's Kings.
much longer and bushier.
So yeah, Sorel played 4, won 3 heads-up matches, swept Davide Kitai, beat Timothy Adams, beat Jonathan Jaffe, got swept by Fedor Holtz. That's forgivable. Okay, Sorel not electing to get involved with the Jack 7. I wonder if Sorel knows that a win will take the Berlin Bears to Vegas.
We're live. Can you guys hear me?
We are live, Sorel. We can hear you very, very well. We approve of the beard. I'm a beardy kind of girl.
Yeah, huge flop here for Sorel Mizzi. You don't get much better draw flop than a up and down straight draw with a flush draw. Sorel looking focused, don't you think?
Yeah.
He looks ready for action.
Is he focused on the GPL?
I would think so, yeah.
I would hope so.
Berlin Bears currently, look, 9 points last night, and what can you say? They've jumped up to second, and they can get across the line. Big result. Big performance needed from Alexandre Luneau. You can see why both these teams have brought out their sort of consistent performers in heads up. Alexandre Luneau played 2, won 2. Very tough opponent. Picked up top pair on the turn in this pot. Sorel with a not very attractive looking gut shot. Looking like he's up to something. Not quite sure where Sorel's playing from. Looks like a rather salubrious looking apartment.
Looks
Nice,
like his place, right?
can't remember. He's always somewhere different.
So I'm at my friend's place. And,
there we go.
She had she had one of these. She had like a little thing blocking the camera on her laptop. And I asked her why, and she said, because the government is watching us.
Oh, wow.
And I said, yeah, they probably are, but I don't think they're watching her. They're probably watching me, but I don't think they're watching her. I should probably have one of those things. In fact, the director of the FBI has said that he even has one of them. He has a little sticker that he puts on his iPhone camera because he doesn't want to be watched or followed, or watched, rather.
Have you got a sticker you put on your iPhone camera?
I should probably adopt that idea. I think it's a good idea in general.
Life advice here. And someone bring me some sellotape out there.
It's the government, man. Can't trust the government.
Edward Snowden. I mean, Sorel Mizzi off to a slightly less than optimal start in this one. He picked up ace-jack against ace-5. Alexandre Luneau getting a little bit sticky here with them ace-5. Probably going to go check here. I don't think Sorel will feel his hand is weak enough to bluff with here. Oh, Alexandre Luneau actually hasn't checked. Thought he might have checked over to Sorel. Might be feeling like his ace is too weak to get to showdown. And snap fold there by Sorel. Nice little river bluff by Alexandre Luneau. Desperately needing some points for the Aviators. They suffered as a result of the defeat of Mike Lear even, by Randy Liu yesterday. We'll be seeing Randy again tonight. He's going up against Timothy Adams of the Rome Emperors.
Indeed.
Luneau. The pair of 10s here. Sorel just with jack high, and we'll give that one up. So, yeah, the early pot's going over to Luneau, but I don't think Sorel will panic this day. He's looking pretty relaxed. No less than 5 pens under this desk.
Yeah, because you like to pick them up and throw them down there.
Oh yeah, we all have our little things that get us through life. Cups of tea and throwing pens.
A tea would not go amiss right now.
Oh, I can't drink tea on this set.
Really?
The heat of the tea combined with the heat of the lights. It's the high quality shirt I'm wearing, thick material.
Well, where is Alex Luneau? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, Luneau, where are you? We wanna Luneau where you are. So yeah, Sorel's at a friend's house, a friend who, well, a suspicious friend.
Uh-oh. I was smelling that. I smelt that check raise from a mile away. I just felt like, okay, this guy's not thinking about whether to call or fold. He's thinking about whether to, or what amount to re-raise. I just felt it. And look what happens. Alexandre Luneau, you are a very sneaky boy.
Mm-hmm.
Club blocker for Luneau, executing the check raise bluff to perfection and padding his stack nicely there. 2 bluffs he's got through against Mizzi. This is a player comfortable at the highest stakes and certainly not been phased by the Global Poker League. We've seen him a number of times in heads up, twice to be precise, but also a regular fixture in the 6-max matches. He's won 2 of those, a couple of 3rd places, a couple of 4ths, always puts points on the board for the Aviators. Well, that'll be reassuring to Fabrice Soulier. Never registered a donut for the Aviators, and that's never been more poignant or appropriate tonight. Needing points, Paris. They're adrift by 1 point of the Rome Emperors and 3 points of London.
Sorel did pretty well on his last match, am I right?
Yep, beat Jonathan Jaffe
Yeah.
2-1 in the Cube. Summer Series Week 5. Sorel Mizzi is the only player in the GPL with a rule, the GPL rule named after him. The rule about late arrival at a tournament we've called Mizzi's rule.
King queen here.
Oh, yeah.
Some people would elect to re-raise here. I think with the stack depth, calling is probably better. especially against a tough opponent. I don't really want to make the pot huge out of position with this kind of stack depth.
Pairing a flush draw through Luneau. Going to come along. Bricks River, so Mizzi will probably...
Alright, so this is a good spot to value bet. I mean, I have a king and my kicker plays against the board. I think I'm going to be good here a lot. Put a nice little 55 hundo ball out there. See what happens.
55 hundo ball. Not enough to, or not too much to tempt Luneau into getting curious. Curiosity not killing the French cat. Not sure if we're going to get Alexandre Luneau on camera. Because he's a vampire. Go ahead. What is it? How does a French vampire feel about garlic? That must be the ultimate dilemma.
Yeah, what a quandary to be in.
Yeah, what a quandary. I'm sure.
Davide Kitai's not actually French.
No.
But I guess he'd be in that quandary a little bit too.
Yeah. What would you do? If you were a vampire, what would your view on garlic be? Like, it would kill you, but it's just, and it's still rather delicious.
Don't want to die, do you?
No.
I think probably dying would be worse than not enjoying something delicious. Just, you know, putting it out there.
You'd die happy. Another pot going over the way of Sorel. He's fighting his way back into this one. So what's supposed to be Dominic Nietzsche for the Berlin Bears tonight. He was called to a tournament in London. Sorel is a pretty good replacement when you can you're on the verge of securing a playoff spot. I'm sure Sorel will relish the opportunity to battle it out in the cube once again.
Ace queen suited here is good enough to 3-bet. I'm comfortable going all into a 4-bet most likely. I'm going to start pre-betting a little bit more.
Oh, police are out.
Where's there more hair on Sorel, his face or his head?
Face, for sure. Don't know about his body.
Well, we may never know.
Not sure.
Unless, unless he decides to give us some sort of unusual celebration. Another top pair for Sorel.
He is a bear, though. He should be hairy.
Oh, yeah.
Or furry.
We expect nothing less of our bears. I'll tell you, he's not very hairy. Bill Perkins.
No, he's not.
Not very hairy at all.
Not a fairy
Not
bear,
very beary. He's not very hairy beary.
Mary Berry.
I haven't seen Bill Perkins for a while.
Yeah, where's Bill Perkins? Get him out.
Yeah. You're just burning points if
In
you're not.
fact,
If you're not,
don't
you're
these
not.
players need to play
You're
3
burning
matches?
points if you're not burning. If you're not playing Bill Perkins.
He's probably on a boat somewhere.
He's always on a boat, or often on a boat, or near to a boat. Pair for Luneau, overtaking Mizzi's ace high. And he's going to value bet, and then he's going to get Mizzi off his ace high, which was the worst hand. Who's going to win this one, Laura Cornelius? Luneau or Mizzi? Luneau or Mizzi?
I'm going Luneau.
Oh.
Just because he's ahead in this.
That's pretty wise. Just a pretty wise EV decision.
Yeah.
Just pick the chip leader.
You gave me the choice.
Yeah, guess I'm gonna have to take Sorel. I feel like both these guys are playing pretty optimally. I don't think we're going to see any big mistakes. Sorel looks focused. That's one focused bear. Sorel said he was going to start 3-betting soon. He's opted just a flat with the 4-7. He has flopped a gut shot. Neither player with a pair, and Luneau turning the ace of hearts to give himself top pair. Sorel going to take a little stab.
Decent spot. I got a gut shot.
Go on, take it.
He checked back, so he's
5 for a
probably doesn't have much
straight.
there. But he could have an ace. There's actually a lot of hands he could have. So the question is, do I go for the bluff?
We'll give up.
I think I'm going to go for an overbet bluff here. You know what? I'm going to bet like almost pot size.
Snapped off by Luneau.
Okay, that's...
Ha.
I mean, he could have... I think that gets him to fold everything that is worse than an ace. That being said, he's never folding an ace there, so I probably could have bet less. But I stand by my play for the most part. Maybe I probably should have bet slightly less. I don't think he's ever going to fold an ace there. And if I did, I guess in hindsight, if I did want to make an overbet, I should have made it really big. Probably wouldn't have gotten him to fold either way, though.
Sorel trying to build a pot here with his flopped tripped queens, but Luneau certainly with a hand lacking the strength to build this pot. Both these players flopping a gut shot here, the same gut shot. And I'm going to welcome into the booth our first guest of the night. Just as both these players turn a 7-high straight. Sorel, with the redraw, how do you feel about redraws, Maxim Rabinovich?
Oh, hey there, Roland. Yeah, love a good redraw.
So,
I'm just going to
Sorel.
call here. I don't think there's really any purpose of raising. He's never going to call with worse. Plus, he could continue to bluff if I play it passively. I don't think he's ever going to bluff here if he bets. So we probably either have the same hand or maybe he has like a set. He could have a flush, I guess, but it's unlikely, especially with that bet sizing. Yeah.
Chop this one up.
I had the more outs on the turn.
Channeling his
Pocket deuces. This is a nice little hand to limp in, and if he raises, go all in. Because if I raise and he re-raises, then there's really no... if I raise and he re-raises, then shoving is a little bit too aggressive.
So I've been joined in the booth by head of awesomeness at the GPL, head of structures at the GPL, Maxim Rabinovich. And Max, one of the most exciting things about the GPL has been how close the Eurasian conference is. Do you take some credit for this?
Oh, 1 second, Roland.
3-betting is a little bit too... I mean, I could 3-bet, but if I 3-bet, I have to call a shove. And I'm not, like, thrilled about that with pocket fives. So I think a hand like this is actually... It actually plays decently post-flop. I can call most flops if he bets, and I don't have to risk my entire tournament life by 3-bet calling. Because I'm never going to 3-bet fold this, ever. It's just too strong of a hand.
Good analysis by Sorel. It's kind of hard to get a word in edgewise.
Yeah,
when
I
he's
mean,
on.
we're not complaining.
Yeah, to answer your earlier question, yeah, I'm excited. we made the point system so the teams could always have a fighting chance at the end of the season. That's exactly what we got. So
Ace 9. This is a good spot to limp, re-raise again. Not good enough to shove if he 3-bets me. And I want to start limping in to sort of like have that in my range for when the stacks get a little bit more shallow, so that it gives me more maneuverability to make those kinds of moves, like the limp re-raise and things like that.
No, rivering a full house here.
yeah,
Only needs a pair. But, you know, it's like overkill there. Sorel getting away unscathed in the end.
so he's-
Oh,
oh, looks like they've muted Sorel's phone. I kind of like that tune. It's a classic Nokia,
yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
very, very, very classic. It can also be heard on the modern day iPhone.
Oh, a Samsung.
I think it's
mate.
actually classic iPhone, like original iPhone, original ringtone.
I've always stayed true to the Android.
Who's your favorite GPL team, Max?
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I won't say it ever.
Yeah.
I will say that one of our technical directors, a Frenchman, a Parisian. I'll let you guess which team he's rooting for.
Well, I think I've heard him say a few times actually. He actually roots for the Berlin Bears because he felt that the treatment of Germany by Paris by the French after World War I was unfair.
Oh, is that what he said?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He felt the Treaty of Versailles was a travesty to Germany, and he's supported German sports teams ever since.
Yeah. All I know is you hear a rumble every time.
So we're gonna bet.
Sorel popping in a value bet. It looks like.
Sorel showing he's pretty comfortable. You know, sub 20 big blind stack. I've seen a lot of players who are really comfortable maneuvering, even with you know,
Alright,
10,
we're going all
15
in
big
here.
blinds.
Oh, maybe shove fold. Sorel also showing he's
Good
pretty
hand for
comfortable.
shove.
Not very comfortable. Sub barber's chair.
What are your views on state surveillance? Do you put a little bit of sellotape over the camera on your phone or laptop?
My laptop, actually, I do.
You do? You put a little bit of tape over there?
Put a little band-aid over there.
Oh yeah.
Not because I think anyone's watching.
Just so the consequences if they were watching.
Yeah, it's a classic. It's such a
How many laws?
like a high risk, low reward scenario. We're seeing some somewhat conservative play right now from both players. It looks like.
Yeah, Luneau probably just waiting for the spot to try and get it in. He'll certainly feel this is a hand where he'll want to see turns and rivers. Top pair for Sorel, of course. And then we see the standings of this incredibly exciting Eurasian conference. Moscow Wolverines lock things up there on 161 points. Berlin Bears can lock things up tonight with any win. Hong Kong Stars playing later. Fourth, London Royals, disappointment. Lost 4 out of their last 5 heads-up matches. And here we have the Rome Emperors and the Paris Aviators currently occupying the bottom 2
interesting,
spots.
'cause it's like, I don't think he would ever do this with a 3. He probably has a draw here, like, quite often. But I'm just not sure if I'm ready to, like, commit. Because if I call here and then a brick comes on the river, I basically have to call if he goes all in, because I have to go with what my original read was. And I don't know if I'm ready to do that, so I'm just going to fold here. I'm not happy about it, though. I will say I'm not happy about
Nice
it.
pressure by Luneau.
Do you think it's taking into account by the Bears that maybe the Aviators would be a little more conservative, less bluff heavy, or reckless in their play because they're the ones that really stand to gain from wins?
Yeah, potentially.
They don't really have that wiggle room of like, oh, I'll lose 2-1 this time, but it's fine. I mean, I'm going for a sweep.
Yeah, I was actually had this discussion along those lines with Jonathan Little about whether you can have whether you can apply some sort of strategy in heads up, which is more gung ho, more more conservative. He actually says in heads up that the strategic elements can diminish just by virtue of the fact that you're essentially just trying to make the best decision on every hand. Whereas there are in a 6-max match where there are staggered points, you have far more strategic laddering or ICM considerations. But Jonathan himself said that in heads up, all you want to do is make the best decision on each hand.
Yeah. Interesting.
And I listen when he talks.
Yeah, Little. Known as a guy who knows how to play poker.
All right, going on here. King deuce suited, good enough for an all-in for sure.
Let's see, 10 big blinds here, trying to work his way back into the game. We saw Trickett down to 10 in his final match against Lebedev, and a couple of flips later, he was savouring in the 3 points for the London Royals. Pot there, chopped up. Luneau all in here. Pocket threes, getting the fold from Sorel. Sorel slipped down to under 9 big blinds now. Can't seem to pick up a hand to. But unfortunate there for Sorel. That's the last we'll see of Max Rabinovich for the time being. He's to oversee the smooth running of the GPL. Hopefully we'll be getting more of his thoughts
Limp
at a later
in, do
date.
a little feeler
Guess who's
bet.
back?
Laura Cornelius
quite a
back in the
bit.
booth.
Looks like Sorel hasn't been able to turn things around.
Yeah, Sorel's has been struggling to pick up a hand, and generally Alexandre Luneau getting the slightly favourable card distribution. Not too much done wrong by either of these players at this
What's
stage.
going on here?
Okay, so Sorel Mizzi, his client may have frozen. Yeah, so Sorel's probably going to have to restart the software. Just please bear with us. He will be back in this game shortly. His time is ticking down, but if there's been some sort of technical glitch,
Sorry, guys.
there we go, back in the
Froze there
back
for a
up and
second.
running. Just in time to turn an up and down straight draw. You see the standings flashing across the bottom of your screen, guys. Incredibly exciting in this conference. I know we keep hammering it home, but this is what the GPL is all about. Interesting. So Sorel, 10 big blinds. Certainly be in with this, all in with this king 5. 8-10 off, probably not strong enough for Luneau to continue.
King 5, just good enough to shove there.
So we'll have a just waiting for this all in. As so many of these matches we end up in this 12-24 level. One player with a sort of significant advantage and looking for a spot to either double up or end the game. Sorel going to limp the 5 deuce. Flopped pretty well. And chips up a little bit there. Neither player picking up a hand when the other has one at the moment. Sorel just below 10 big blinds, on the verge of, certainly doesn't want to do anything reckless here. Aces for Luneau.
Always nice to get aces.
Looking to try and extract a bit of value, but he certainly won't from Sorel in this pot. Luneau, King Jack off, the Anthony Zinno memorial hand. Sorel, 4 deuce, can't find the the hand to go with from the big blind. Gonna fold the Jack 5. And yeah, down to crumbs now for Sorel. Really needs to find a hand that can. This may be it.
This is definitely a hand I will be calling it all in from.
There
Getting
he
it,
goes.
gets his
And
money
we're
in
ahead.
good. Safe
We
flop.
are ahead.
Needs to avoid a queen or a deuce.
We're still
Safe
ahead.
turn.
We got
Sorel.
86% chance of winning.
Good shot,
this.
doubling up to 33k here.
Very high.
Oh,
And
there's a deuce.
86%
Ah.
chance of winning.
Yeah.
Deuce. This is not fair.
Rigged.
86% of the time I was gonna
Poker's
win.
rigged.
But I lost because his 14% got there. That's what happens sometimes.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Bad start.
14%.
14% for Alexandre Luneau. But Alexandre Luneau knows how to win pots heads up. He is unbeaten in heads up. And Sorel knew at the start of the match that a win for the Berlin Bears would see them over the line. Not as disastrous as the position London found themselves earlier. Sorel can turn things around. Even a 2-1 defeat wouldn't be the end of the world. But great start for Paris. They needed that points immensely.
They really
That
needed
takes
those
them. They
points.
start on the bottom of the table. That takes them. They start on 147
Can
points.
they get
That
up
brings
the
them
table?
level with London on 150.
Oh, no.
Rome Emperors move to the bottom of the table on 148. They will get the chance to add some points to that tally through the wonderful Timothy Adams later on this evening when he takes on Randy Liu. But this conference is hot, and we can't stress this every match crucial. Berlin Bears, Sorel Mizzi really didn't do much wrong in that game. Certainly just didn't get the run of the cards early on. Alexandre Luneau taking an early chip lead, and well, we saw these sort of bit of cat and mouse there. Both players failing to pick up a hand in the big blind to go with. Sorel found ace-10. Couldn't avoid that deuce on the river, and pretty disappointing there. We see Sorel calling the percentages, and he's got a lot of work to do now.
He has, but it can be done. And the Berlin Bears still do have the chance to qualify for the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can win the next 2 matches.
Which is incredible, considering that they were bottom of the conference for so long.
Yeah,
Coming up
they've had
just a couple of weeks ago.
They've had a resurgence in recent years. Recent years?
Recent years.
Recent weeks.
We've been doing this for
Yeah,
years. We have,
and
donkey's years.
Donkey's years. No, we saw Brian Rast really spearhead that charge. They
Yeah,
were
he
really,
really
cut
did.
off at the bottom. He was followed up by Jeff Gross, putting a really nice performance. They've been slowly, accruing points over the last couple of weeks, and then, well, Jungle Man yesterday, boom,
Boom.
exploding things for the Berlin Bears up to second. They can qualify tonight. Sorel Mizzi got to turn this around.
He does, let's see.
Luneau, if that's your real name, you may have got me this time, but I'm out for sweet revenge. And
I wouldn't want to be on the other end of Sorel's
I'm not
revenge.
gonna let you
No.
hit those 16%ers anymore. It's just not gonna happen. Not on my watch.
The deuce on the river. So demoralizing. Sorel needs to
Not on my watch.
get some traction. Alexandre Luneau, a lot like Sergei Lebedev.
Shannon, can you make me some cereal?
Who?
Um,
What cereals do you want?
what is a
You
bear
got fruit
have?
bars?
Who's making cereal?
Read the Twitch chat. I'm not going to tell you where Sorel is, but it's been speculated
one?
on in the Twitch chat. He's at the house of a friend.
All right, hold on.
Abernathy.
Whoa.
That's what the. I'm not.
Well,
I'm not
that's
going
what
to.
someone said on the Twitch chat. Can see it with our own eyes.
Potentially, I wasn't going to. I wasn't going to read them out. I feel like I wasn't going to intrude on Sorel's privacy, but there you go. It's only a Twitch rumor. Could be anyway.
Yeah, doubt it's true then, huh?
Sorel, value betting is set of 8s here, and
Value betting here. I mean, he's got a 5. He's got a 5, but pretty much have the next best thing.
Alexandre Luneau giving this one some thought. Interesting to see whether he's thinking of turning his 4 into a bluff. Certainly be a pretty polarizing bluff should he choose to do so. Chooses to let it go. Nice little pot for Sorel to pull back to pretty even stacks here. Pretty tasty lollipop being mauled by the Berlin bear.
Yeah, I didn't know bears like lollipops.
Well,
Thought they just like red raw meat.
yeah. Well, salmon they're quite keen on.
Salmon.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
polar bears, no?
No, regular bears like salmon too.
Really?
Have you not seen footage of salmon swimming upstream
Probably the best
and
hand.
bears trying to?
I could even get away
trying
with
to
a value
catch
bet, but
No.
No, you need to watch more wildlife documentaries.
Yes, I will.
Maybe,
Thank you.
maybe you're too busy.
Nah, probably not.
Top pair for Luneau, second pair for Sorel Mizzi. Luneau going to.
Alex likes those
bet.
pot-sized bets, I see.
Sorel going to come along for at least one street here. Probably going to reassess the turn. Luneau will almost certainly feel that ace-10's strong enough to continue value betting. Whoa, and he goes for interesting sizing. Not seen anything like this before, well, in my recollection. He's going for almost double pot, and possibly a misclick there, but hard to know what's going on in the mind of Alexandre Luneau. This desk got a mind of its own. Sorel, the dominating ace here, certainly trying to look to put a few chips into this pot. Don't forget, guys, follow the GPL on Twitter. Use the hashtag GPL. It's Golf Papa Lima.
Golf Papa Lima.
Always interested to hear your thoughts. Also, we always enjoy interaction in the Twitch chat.
Yabban Dragon says, no gong when Paris win. Alex makes it with his wine glass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But not white wine, red wine. Thank you. Download our app now. It's so simple to do. All you need to do, head over to the App Store. It's available on iOS and, of course, on Android. You can buy things from our fan store. We've got loads going on there. Keep up to date with all of the latest news from your favourite teams.
Yeah, so who has gongs? Randy has a gong and Igor has a gong.
Yeah. Does anyone else have a gong that we don't know about, do you think?
I don't know. Well,
Who do you think's the most suspecting gong
oh, God, Randy's
persona?
playing tonight. Could be a bit, could go. Do you think Timothy Adams has a gong?
No,
No, he's too,
not gongy.
not, yeah, he's too stoic. A gong would disrupt his zen, I feel like.
I do feel like Elkie should have a gong.
Yeah. Yeah, and also, yeah, because his girlfriend's from Korea, right?
Yeah.
I may be
He likes Asia.
completely generalizing, but you know, it's an Asian kind of thing, isn't it? Gonging.
Yeah, so he should have a gong.
Yeah. Elkie,
Let
get
us know
yourself
if
a
you've
gong. You're definitely watching. We know that. You're supporting on your Paris Aviator teammate. Make sure you got a gong next time you're on the GPL.
They can have a gong off then.
Well, that's a nice card right there.
Yeah, that's the straight for
I would agree.
Sorel, aka the second nut straight. Is a potential flush draw there, and Alexandra does have the 3-high flush draw, but this match pretty even. Back to 50k apiece. Well, it looks like
What is he doing
well,
with
it's
that
got a
lollipop?
now. Oh, I thought that
trying
was
to
all right. Both these players opting to play pretty solid. Haven't really seen anything too wild, especially in their second match. Lines are currently at 4 and 8.
We want to see wild.
GPL, your opinion on playing poker half naked and having some ice cream? I mean, come on, half naked? I don't know. I'd go like 80% clothed, especially if he's wearing trousers. Or 70%. Both these players get to the river with almost the, well, Alexandre Luneau. Going to bet his 3 there. Sorel. Pocket 4s. His opponent in terribly bad shape here, but doesn't. Oh, he's gone for the second lolly. He's not a one lolly.
What? How can you just have one and then another one straight away? He must not have a sensitivity with his teeth.
Yeah, surely his teeth are giving him some like you know, serious sensitivity.
He's really enjoying that.
Yeah, I mean, oh, look at that! Look at the hands free.
Has
Popsicle like a boss. Melin Reno. Middle pair for Alexandre Luneau. Man, hands-free consumption of a lollipop is just a recipe for sensitive teeth. He obviously uses Sensodyne. Other toothpastes are available.
They are.
And both players get to the river. Sorel without a pair, and Alexandre with a pair that he will probably feel pretty comfortable about value betting. This has been a fairly, you know, uneventful match thus far.
Luneau.
Yes.
You know, Luneau.
Both these players opting for a fairly conservative line. Good, nice flop here for Sorel. Flops the up and down, and an 8 on the turn would, well, certainly set this hand alight. 8 ball. Interesting to. So Alexandre Luneau going to escape any pain on this hand. Lines up to 501,000. Uh-oh, this flop will spell danger for Sorel Mizzi.
There's not that much value in betting. I have decent board coverage, and I could hit a backdoor flush draw on the turn. That happens every once in a while. And then he could bet 4,200, thinking, well, if he had a king, he would have bet, so I'm just going to try to steal it right here. And he does like to do these. I've noticed he does like to do these like big pot-sized bets. I haven't caught him doing it with anything. I don't know what his range is for doing it, but he likes to bet big. He's a mixed game player, this Alexander. He's one of the best mixed game players in the world.
He definitely is.
But No Limit is probably one of his weaker games, because that's usually what happens when you're really good at mixed games. That usually means you're not going to be that great, or you're not going to be a No Limit Hold'em specialist. But he's one of those like jack of all trades kind of poker players.
It's an interesting river card. Could save Mizzi if he feels Alexandre has any aces in his range. Luneau did call from the big blinds. Checked flop, led turn. Tough spot here for Sorel.
That's a tough bet to call. It's a very tough bet to call.
Is he going to call, though?
Hmm.
He's listening to our lollipop
Finally got
chat.
the finally got the volume on the sound Volume on the sound. Volume on his audio.
I'm just gonna fold.
Good fold.
Nice fold, Sorel.
I wonder how long the delay is on this.
Roughly 10 minutes.
You know, like that would be really interesting if it were under 10 minutes, which I think it is, because then I'd be able to like see his hand after some point if I just waited.
Yeah, no
I wouldn't
sniping
do
on
that,
the
but
no sniping on the GPL,
it's
Sorel.
out there. It's definitely a possibility. You guys better look into that.
Wheel draw for Sorel. Sounds a flush draw as well. No pair as of yet for Luneau. Probably going to give this one up. I really want Sorel to speak rather than hearing my own voice. It's like
Painful.
watching Sorel listen to my voice is
Glad
about
you talk more than
the
me.
worst outcome. Can you do some talking now?
No.
Don't want to hear. I don't want to
Sorel
play.
talk, so we
Yeah.
don't have to.
Yeah. I'd so much rather hear Sorel talk about poker than listen to Sorel hear me talk badly about poker. I mean, he's smiled a few times.
Smirking.
Oh, no, the pain is too much. I can't cope. I might have to take off my headphones.
It's okay. You're right.
I mean, he's kind of smiling a little bit.
Popsicle like a boss.
I think he's watching back the popsicle action. Probably why the smile on his face.
No more lollies, guys.
No, more lollies.
More lollies.
That's gonna be it for today, I think. If I win this match, I might celebrate with another lollipop. but
Go wild,
Yeah.
Sorel.
I think,
Go wild, my friend.
It's very unlikely at this point.
Oh, dang.
God, what's he gonna do if they win the GPL? Like,
Just have like a massive popsicle
Yeah, like-
party.
yeah. Or just like line like 2,000 lollies like along the floor of the cube. You've been in the cube.
Yes,
How long would a lolly take to melt in there? I've heard it's pretty warm.
Probably 7 seconds.
7 seconds. Well,
Yeah, I reckon.
I mean, and one of the advantages of players competing in the GPL is that they can build up their brand soon. Like major gong manufacturers will be using Randy Lewis as their face. Lolly companies will be he'll be plastered on
Yeah,
the
he knows how to
billboards of
work
lolly
it, doesn't
companies.
he?
Yeah. And that's one advantage of the GPL. Not only are these players, they're being paid to play, they're in with a chance of that $100,000 first prize, and they're exposing themselves to brands. I mean, the dogs, even the dogs of the GPL, putting themselves out there.
Who do you think is the most prolific dog of the GPL?
Marshmallow. Oh, not the prolific. And you do number of appearances. Or do you mean the most famous?
Most famous.
Oh,
Well, Mango and Marshmallow probably.
I mean, Marshmallow just gets around.
I think Marshmallow's only been on twice though.
Yeah.
Right?
Who's been on a lot of times? Mango. Who else is that? Sam Triggett's dogs appeared in most of his games.
Yeah, they've probably all been on roughly about the same, maybe 2 or 3.
I mean, Jonathan Jaffe's normally got about 6 different animals.
Oh yeah, but he has
5
babies,
kids.
cats.
Yeah.
He has also like they cancel each other out.
Ace 3 here, I could just go all in, but I'm gonna call.
He's got the most famous baby.
Jaffe.
Yeah. I know he's got the most famous lollipop.
Sorel Mizzi.
And I know he's got the most famous gong.
Randy Lou.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sorel will be remembered at the end of. I mean, he's got Sorel's rule, like that. That'll stick. He'll certainly be the only player to have bought a new laptop to appear in a GPL match.
If Sorel actually wins this, so comes back, wins this one and the next one, can we sing him a song?
Which song?
Lollipop, lollipop, boo, lollipop, 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 boo,
Yeah, I think so.
and then he does the boo boom.
Now I really want him to win. I wanted him to win anyway, but like the prospect of singing "Lollipop." But I mean, the only slight problem there is the fact that it wasn't really a lollipop; it was an ice lolly. Ice.
Roland, why are you gonna be like this? No, do not bring the vanilla ice out
all right,
here
all right.
now. No.
Sorel takes that down, flopping the up and down. Probably going to defend the 8-5 suited. Looks like he's preoccupied with something. Second pair for Luneau, bottom pair for Mizzi. Mitzi's time bank is in not as good shape as Alexandre Luneau.
It's a ticket of tucking.
Turbo Samic, need post-match interview where Sorel discusses his popsicle strats. Of course, Turbo Samic, once we've sung to
That's
Sorel.
a good card. I could bet here. That is an option. But I think I'm going to check.
Ba-dum, bum.
I'm going to check raise. If he checks behind, then I'm going to bet big on the river.
Two pair
'Cause
for
it looks like I could have missed the draw.
three pair for Luneau.
And it's one of those hands that he's either going to call or he's going to fold. And bet sizing doesn't matter as much as people think. So I think he's going to call with any 10.
Yep.
Boom.
Nice read, Sorel.
What do you have? Can I see?
He had a
You
10.
can see in 10 minutes.
You can see in 10 minutes. Yeah, good read by Sorel, and he's back to almost even stack.
All right, the level has gone up. We are playing 2,000 fourth or 1,000,
1K,
2,000, and the Bears have taken the lead.
Just.
Gonna get Kevin Spacey in this pot.
Oh, Kevin Spacey. In your facey.
Bears have taken the lead. I'm going to float here. I mean, I got a backdoor flush draw. I got 2 overcards.
Boom. Well, boom full of no. If the fifth Kevin Spacey peels. Luneau with the best hand here.
Do like a nice little 6,800 ball.
Sorel, 9 high, trying to get this bluff
Definitely
through.
does not look like I'm bluffing here. Oh.
Nice bluff by Sorel Mizzi there.
I think it's worth it. Bet half the pot to not really risking much, and I don't think he has anything very often. haven't 3-bet much.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start 3-betting. That may not have been an ideal hand to 3-bet,
Let's see.
but it was certainly
Getting frisky with the Jack 5 off.
good enough.
Danger for Alexandre Luneau here.
But it sets me up for this situation right here. All right.
Tough spot for Luneau.
Now he thinks, oh, this guy's getting out of line. And he calls. Wow. See, this is one of the things that mixed game players do that no limit hold'em players will not do as often. Is they won't call with this kind of stack depth ratio. But these mixed game guys, you know, they think it's like limit hold'em where you can just call any 3-bet. Not this game, my friend. This is a special kind of game.
There you have it, folks.
This is a game where stack size does matter. But that being said, there's definitely hands that I would also call there with. But not very many. Like the Queen Jack suited type hands, like hands that you just really want to see a flop, but they're good hands, like good Broadway hands, but you don't want to like commit your stack. Like I would never call with like a low pair there, anything like that with those kinds of with that kind of stack depth ratio. So it'll be interesting to see what hand he called there with. I
15
think
big blinds.
it's probably like a suited connector Broadway type hand.
No. Getting the jackpot with a Doyle Brunson. Could see some action here.
Action, action.
Sorel could elect to shove on Alexandre Luneau here, and I think this will be getting snapped off pretty quick. Right, just interesting. Just over. Interesting line here from Sorel. Gets away from King 7. This could be it.
This is a good limp reshove hand. If that happens, that's probably this is a tough spot. I mean, it's not that tough of a spot. I think I probably have to fold here. But I certainly would have called King Queen, King Jack. I think Queen Jack is like my cutoff.
Both these players going for pretty solid strategy here. This is our display goes flying.
Lollipop, lollipop, boo, lollipop, lollipop, lollipop.
Sorel going for a fairly frequent limping strategy with his strong hands. Gut shot for Luneau. And that'll be the nuts for Sorel. But he's going to struggle to get value from Luneau's 7 high. Sorel could probably bet about half a chip here. Oh, and Luneau's going to bluff at it.
Oh, hello.
Jack this up to 89 hundo. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boop.
Insta fold from Alexandre Luneau. Probably the quickest fold we've seen on the GPL. This is match 161.
Oh no, he's listening to me sing.
Oh dear.
Yeah, we're still going on about lollipops, right?
Yeah. If you give us something, we will push and push it. Oh, lollipop.
Papu, lollipop, lollipop, lollipop. Yay!
Yay!
We got the
There we
song.
go.
I feel like having another. I mean, if I win this match, I think I owe it to myself. No,
Yep.
Yep.
I
Straight.
think I owe myself a lollipop.
Another straight.
Wonder if he's got any other flavors
win
though.
this
I just saw red
match-
ones. Got any blue ones?
I believe a lollipop is definitely in works.
This will be all in and cool, I would imagine. And
All right,
Sorel,
ace, 7, 6.
dominating
Come on.
hand. Dominating.
Ooh, it's a good hand to be up against.
Just needs to avoid a king.
We are doing well, but I've seen him hit these 12%ers before and these 14%ers. I've seen it happen.
It's not gonna
Not gonna happen.
7% now.
Not gonna happen.
7%
It's
now.
unlikely, but
Not going to happen.
you never know with this guy.
There it is.
Hey.
Sorel,
Hey.
one each.
We're
Berlin
We're going for
Bears.
a third lollipop rather. I'm gonna switch flavors on you guys now.
Yes, I
Switch
told
flavors a
you
little
to do
bit.
that.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Switch that red lollipop.
There we go. Berlin Bears come
A
roaring
lollipop,
pop.
a lollipop, boo, lollipop. Yep.
Oh, sorry, that's a highlighter pen. Apologies.
Please don't do that again. That was really scary.
It's a lollipop.
What
It's
are you
green.
doing?
It could be a lime.
What's he
Could be a
doing?
lime lollipop.
Pretending
Lime
that a
flavored.
green
Fake
highlighter is a
Fake
lollipop.
lollipops.
I know well enough never to do that maneuver live on air.
It's my own personal highlighter. No one else has touched it.
You're going to get obliterated now in the Twitch chat.
Yeah,
I'm looking
it's
forward
It's
to
the
it.
penultimate week. I'm gonna be gone soon, forgotten. No one will even remember who I was, other than the guy who
They won't
pretended a
remember.
green highlighter was a lollipop. Anyway, 1-1.
1-0,
Sorel
yeah,
pulls it
go
back.
Sorel.
Pulls
Ooh,
it
ooh,
back.
ooh.
Nice play. Nice to see Sorel smiling. 2 lollipops on the go in that one. Well, one after consecutive lollipops on the go. Berlin Bears reignite their opportunity to seal a playoff place
Yeah,
tonight
they
at the
can do it.
expense of the Paris Aviators. The final match is going to be really interesting. This match could be crucial in how the GPL is decided in terms of who goes to the playoffs, who doesn't. Stick around. We're getting to that next game very shortly. Will we see a lollipop bonanza
What do you
from
think?
Sorel Mizzi? I think he's going to do it. I think he's got the spring in his step.
I mean, I kind of want Paris Aviators and Alex Luneau to do well because they're in 6th place right now.
Yes.
They need the points.
But
he's not there and he's not eating a lollipop, so that's not fun.
yeah, I mean, is it even Alexandre Luneau? Yes, it is. Never, not going to suggest otherwise. But
I
yeah,
think
it's,
he'll be
it's
drinking his
hard
red
not
wine.
to root for when you've got someone putting it all out there on camera. We're of course neutral. I mean, we support the London Royals, but
We're of course neutral. We support the London Royals.
but we don't mind them when the Berlin Bears do well. They got some,
I like
they
the
got some fun
Bears.
characters.
I'm a fan of the Bears.
in their squad. Anyway, bringing you that final match pretty soon, just to tell you how that affects the standings.
Yeah.
Berlin Bears,
3 points now to the Bears.
157 points, which means they cement their position in
stay in
second
second.
spot, second position for them. They have the chance, if Sorel Mizzi can take down this second match, they will be going to Las Vegas. They will be going to the Cube.
Viva
While everyone
Las
wilts
Vegas.
in the heat of the Cube, Sorel will be cool as a
Sorel will be
cucumber
bringing his
with
ice
his
lollies.
lollipop.
You know, I'm so excited because he said then he's going to change up the flavour. What do you think that red one was? Strawberry? Raspberry?
Pomegranate.
Probably not.
I don't even know what colour they are. I'm colourblind anyway. Getting to that last game very soon. This is the second match of the night. Later on tonight, Randy Nanonoko Lu gets
Gong,
Timothy
gong,
Adams.
gong,
Gong, gong, gong, gong.
gong.
Timothy Adams of the Rome Emperors.
No, gong, gong,
bottom
gong,
of the table. No,
gong.
almost gone. If they end up getting swept tonight. Everything to play for still to come. Just in terms of the timing. 5 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Central European time for that final match between Randy Lu
So
and Timothy Adams.
just over an hour's time, that will be kicking about an hour and 20 minutes. But we
Yes.
still have the third and final game of this one that we're watching right now. It is, of course, the Paris Aviators versus the Berlin Bears. Grrr.
Here we go. Oh,
Oh, puppy feet, puppy feet.
Puppy feet are plenty.
Puppy feet power.
It's been a puppy feet night. We have 2 dogs in our first match. one each, as you can see on the top of the screen scoreboard.
All right, we're gonna celebrate that last win.
Oh!
Here he goes.
Lip-up. Oh,
Oh,
white!
it's a
I know there's some
lemonade.
sick fucks out there that are probably getting turned on by this.
Yeah, I am, Sorel.
Oh
I
my
don't.
god.
If you're getting turned on by this, then
Yep.
Yeah. Do you know what's going to turn people off?
I definitely expect some donations. You know, like a my free cams type situation. You guys can send me money on my PayPal. It's sorelmizzi@gmail.com. Just PayPal me some cash.
Well,
If
you know what?
If this is tickling your fancy, because
Go on, lick it.
I'm not free.
Lick it.
Okay.
Lick it.
We need to call Guinness Book of Records. I think we're
work for
in.
free.
He's teasing us. He's not taking it.
Well, you know what? If that, oh.
Oh.
Well, you know what?
That's
If this
done it
turns
for
people
me.
on, do you know what's going to turn them off?
I'm going to give some money to PayPal.
Do you know what's going to turn them off? When they see me simulating
with your green highlighter.
yes, simulating lollipop action with my green highlighter. I'm
Oh,
dreading
God,
that moment.
that was
Do you think we can get the
horrific.
team to erase it before it
That
hits Twitch?
was horrific.
God. A
What
low
were you
point. A low
thinking?
point in my broadcasting
Has that
career.
been aired yet?
No,
I'm going to
it
have
hasn't,
to watch
hasn't
it.
been aired.
If we go quiet, it means we're watching that moment.
Guys, if you could cut the highlighter incident, that'd be great. Over. There we go. Hands
Wow.
free again.
Picking up the hands as well. Second pair. You know what? That one looks like a lemonade flavour.
Oh
one.
yes, a lemony sorbet,
It's-
refreshing,
Yeah,
delicious.
it's making me a bit in need of one.
We need Iceland. This is like the warmest place known on the planet. The commentary booth here
How
at the GPL.
many of these icicle
Hotter than the
pops-
surface of the sun.
How many?
I don't know.
What do you think? He's got another pair. What?
Look, there's a man. That's a man.
Preliminaries
If ever,
going.
that's a man who buys in bulk.
Yeah. What do you think his record is? How many he's eaten most in a day?
I think his record is 2, and this is the new
He's
record.
broken the record. A lollipop.
A few people taking slight offence to the fact that Sorel suggested that heads up no limit wasn't Alexandre Luneau's strongest game. I don't think he was trying to be disparaging in any way. Just saying that mixed game players are likely to distribute their time evenly between all the variants. And people have been pointing out that Luneau did come third in the 10K heads up at the most recent World Series of Poker.
I mean, yeah, he's still a blooming good player, isn't he?
He's
Let's face
blooming
it.
good.
Blooming good.
Oh, couple of strong hands.
Yabin Dragon says, GPL win or lose, we all agree that we need a Sorel interview.
And the Sorel's just seeing back
He's just
the
watching it.
winning
Oh,
hand.
it's a bit embarrassing. Oh no, cringe. He's going to watch you try and...
That's the worst moment in history. Oh my God. Did that just happen? Did I just dream that?
What are you doing?
We 333, dude, seriously, shut the fuck up about the lollipop stuff.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
so annoying.
It's time to stop it now.
All right, that's it. Serious poker show. It's coming up. Gut shot for a Sorel here. Bigger gut shot for Alexandre Luneau.
People are agreeing we should STFU. About
Yeah,
the
yeah,
lollipop thing.
I think that you take a
Okay.
joke to a certain point and then you.
Yeah, but he's encouraging us. This is
Oh,
third
yeah.
one now.
Oh yeah. I mean, the people commenting are only seeing it
didn't-
up till the break as well. They didn't realise that the lemon
Carried
sorbet is
on.
getting whipped out.
I know. They didn't mind us going on about the gongs and the pizza the other day.
I know.
What's the matter with this? Is
You
like
got to find
lollipop hate.
you got to find a balance. I mean, look. Oh. Might be getting some bad news. I've just social media manager Hans Kleinsman saying sorry, Roland and Laura. Is gonna
Oh no.
is it gonna follow up like you're fired?
That's
Stop
it. Get
the
out.
lollipop
Get out of town.
shenanigans. Pack your things, clear your desk.
Not going to get too greedy with the value bet here. Just check behind.
Lollipop, lollipop.
Roland.
Oh, sorry. Stuck in my head.
Stop it.
The tides have turned. I remember when I was reining in the pizza chat, trying to stamp down on the pizza talk getting out of hand.
Enough. No more pizza. No more lollipops. This is a serious game of poker. Berlin Bears could qualify
Clinch.
All right, so
for the
we're
playoffs.
1-1,
Seal the deal.
and we're playing our third match, and we're even in chips. This should be
Living the dream.
fun. This is a big match, guys. This is really big. A lot is at stake here, my friends.
Did someone say steak?
C-bet
you
here.
like a
I mean, I
steak,
don't have
Coach?
much, but definitely a decent flop to C-bet.
Alexandre Luneau rivering a pair
Hey.
and taking down that one.
I was losing that pot no matter what. I think he would bet if he missed.
Sorel probably going to come along here with the 8-6 suited. He is dominated. And
Sorel, where's your dog?
I'm going to call one here. We hit a pair. Definitely not ready to give this up just yet. Now, I am ready to give it up.
ugly turn card
maybe he'll
for
give it up.
Sorel.
And we'll just have a nice little friendly check. Check, 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 check. I'll be okay with that.
Sorel should get away from this. He's already anticipated the bet. Sorel gets out flopped here. Might not be ready to give up the threes just yet, especially facing a third pot bet. Queen of puppy paws hits the turn. Could slow the action down a little. Luneau had a few backdoor possibilities.
Puppy!
Four puppy feet.
It was Joanne Liu that said the puppy feet,
So-
wasn't it? It's the sticker, that one.
Yes.
Get your puppy feet away from me. Ba-dum-bum-bum.
Final match of this second match of the night in the Eurasian Conference. Berlin Bears on the verge of sealing a playoff place. If Sorel Mizzi can take them over the line.
What's he eating now?
Something
You're having
off camera there. Share with the fans,
He's
Sorel.
gone back to front, so he's having his popsicles and then something else. These bears do get hungry.
A ravenous bear. Watching salmon trying to swim upstream. Alexandre Luneau flopping the best hand once again here. Sorel must be feeling like he's bricking a lot of flops here. Blinds currently at 4-8, not too far from going up to 500, 1,000. Couple of suited hands here and pretty attractive looking flop. The Kevin Spacey draw for Sorel. Picks up a little pot and still a sort of slight chip deficit, courtesy of a few early pots for Luneau. Both these players certainly in favour of a slightly what you might call small ball strategy. Not too often we've seen pots getting inflated pre-flop. Another draw for Sorel this time. Oh,
That is a nice turn.
Sweet Caroline going off
So
in
nice.
Sorel's
I'm
head.
3,000.
So we got a nil
Diamonds,
diamond
baby.
flush.
It's the
And
nails.
Gut shot and a lower flush draw. Uh-oh. Bit of trouble for Luneau. Not sure how thrilled he'll be with the situation.
I don't
Sorel.
think he can call that really, can he? Not with a 7.
Oh, he's going to pay it
Yeah.
off and
Okay,
Sorel
what
will
do
take
I
the
know?
lead. Oh, he's got a flush, old Luneau.
Yeah, but it was 4 diamonds there and it was a 7.
High level strategy. Here in the commentary booth.
I'm gonna shut back up.
I mean, there's dogs, lollipops,
I'll go
beards, vests. What do you think of Sorel's vest?
back.
Are they-
I'm not normally much of a fan of guys in vests, I'll be honest. Like, okay, it is alright if you are absolutely,
Depends on your physique, is that what
like,
you're saying?
yeah, got an amazing body. But still, I would choose. I don't like it. Not really a
You know-
vest fan.
You know that in America, a vest means something else. Means a waistcoat.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They have,
So what do they call that then? What he's wearing?
I think they call it a tank top.
Do they?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. A vest is definitely not that for American speakers.
Guys, any Americans out there? What do you call what Sorel's wearing? I'm intrigued.
I think they call it a tank top. I think that'll be confirmed by
Right,
the Twitch
let's
chat.
find out.
Trip Kings for Luneau.
They called them wife beaters at some point. Didn't
Yes, that's a slightly more sort of colloquial term, I think.
they? Mm.
But I think tank top is the more mainstream term. Wife beaters a bit more, sort of more of an Urban Dictionary
Yeah.
kind of name for them.
My surname in the Urban Dictionary, one of the definitions said I was like some murderer that likes to just wait in alleyways and cut you open.
Well, Cornelius.
Yeah. Just
There
one
we go.
definition of
Eric
it.
Denis, tank top. Thank you very much.
Pappy likes his steak medium rare, so do I. I think that's the best way to have it.
Yes.
And
I
my
agree.
favourite is a ribeye. What about you? I'm a ribeye kind of girl. It's got to be a good ribeye, where that marbled fat, you just cut right through it. It just glides, that knife. Sorry to the vegetarians and vegans out there. Sorry, Eric Denis.
Pretty
Check back here. I could also bet. I think I'm gonna check because it gives an opportunity to bluff rivers. It's not a good river card for me, but
Sorel.
yeah,
Is,
that's enough for me to have to call.
Unfortunate spot
nice
here,
bet.
running into the river 2 pair of Alexandre Luneau.
Luneau ahead in this third and deciding game here. This is game 3 of 3, one apiece so far. Will the Berlin Bears make the playoffs? Sorel Mizzi will have to win this one for them to do that.
Three bet from Luneau, and slightly bad timing,
He's 10
you might
suited here.
think.
I'm definitely not going to fold. And I'm definitely not going to re-raise. So sometimes you just have to ask yourself, okay, can't fold, I can't re-raise. So the only option left is to call. And that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Dum dum
Dum,
dum.
dum. Better flop here for Luneau. Flops middle pair with a gut shot. With some backdoor clubs.
Boom.
Bingo turn card for
It's a good
Sorel
card. That
Mizzi.
is a very good card.
It
very
is
good
indeed.
card for both of us. Or for me, but for me, like for him, because it helps him, like he might be more willing to represent that ace, but I actually have it. It's one of those situations where it looks like he might have it, but I have it. If you know what I mean. So I'm going to bet 7,000 here.
I think Alexandre Luneau will certainly want to stick around and see a river here. There's a number of ways he can improve. Fortunately, his
He calls. Now,
safe
I
river
got
for
ace
Sorel.
10 here. This is a hand that this is a hand that's pretty good on this board. I think that he might check back a lot of queen X's here. And there's the bottom line, the question that you have to ask yourself in this position is, the question that you have to ask yourself really is this. Does he think that there's enough hands that I can bluff with on this river to make it profitable for him to call? So that's the question that I should be asking about him. Like, does he think that I'm going to bluff here with him? What hands can I bluff with? Well, I could have a king 10, I could have king jack, I could have 7-10, I could have some spade draws. So I do think that there's enough combinations of hands that I could be bluffing here with. And therefore, even though I only have an ace, I believe that this is a good spot to go all in as a value bet, because I don't think he is better unless he's playing really tricky, which is possible. But I think here's the analytical part of me comes out here. Like, I think that it's more often that I would be bluffing, or more often that he would call thinking that I was bluffing, than he would have like a really good hand that he's trapping with. So
Gonna
we're
shove.
Go all in here. He's gonna
Shovity
fold.
shove shove.
Like
Snap
a
fold.
little girl. He folded instantly. So
Look at these stacks, really, really
Look at
close
that.
to evens again now. Woodstock 37 says, Sorel, you started streaming, then it took it away and it broke my heart.
Oh, that's like the cutest thing I've ever read.
Oh.
Gut shot for Luneau. Back to pretty even here. The winner of this pot will take the the chip lead in this final match. We are up to hand 38. No help for Luneau. Number of cards which will chop this pot. That is not one of them. And that's a bad card for Alexandre Luneau. Sorel certainly feel like I can get some value here. And we've seen instances of Luneau refusing to fold top pair on the river. He has actually been right on those occasions.
Snap calls me. Oof. All right, we're doing all right now. We're at 65,000 to his 33,000. This is
20
okay.
big blinds for Luneau.
Yeah, we could go all in here with ace deuce. This is definitely acceptable, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. You could also call, but I'm electing to go all in here because just I don't know.
Luneau flopping best in this pot. Sorel with a comfortable advantage here, and if he can hammer this home, we've said it on more than one occasion, the Berlin Bears will be on their way to Las Vegas, into the cube, to contest the playoffs and that $100,000 first prize.
Whoa.
Indeed. Sorel's going to have to see seal the deal here. Still plenty of possibilities in this final match. Huge match for Paris Aviators. They're level with the London Royals, joint fourth with the Rome Emperors currently sitting on the bottom of the conference, but they've got 9 points to play for later this evening. 5 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Central European time. Timothy Adams going out for the Rome Emperors against Nana Noko, the Hong Kong Stars.
Timothy Adams.
Everything to play for in this conference could not be closer. Reasonable flop here for Sorel. Got the gut shot, pair of fives, and backdoor hearts. I imagine Luneau will get out the way. 20 and a bit big blinds for him.
That is a very good card.
Wheel for Mizzi.
Bet 5,500.
Not seeing many ways Alexandre Luneau could continue here, and he will get out the way.
Yappin' dragon. Like a lollipop song.
Up and down here for Luneau.
He just found out that song is from the Chaudettes. Tum. Lollipop.
You learn something new every day. Luneau with taking down that pot, betting out with the up and down, or c-betting the up and down. Blind's about to go up to 1k, 2k, which will reduce the stack size of Luneau down to about 16 big blinds. Sorel Mizzi will be playing about 31, 32 big blinds at the start of this hand. Could shove here. He's shown a propensity to limp though, with his stronger holdings. He gets out flopped here. And pretty safe run out here for Luneau. Should pick up this pot. We'll take him up to about 40,000. Interesting if Sorel continues to adopt the limping strategy with his opponent sub 20 big blinds. Luneau fought his way back to almost parity here in well, without really doing anything particularly
Tense.
Luneau could shove here, and this will be a... Oh, here we go. Sorel just needing to avoid a king. This game will be... Oh, and there's the king.
Now we are in
ouch, ouch.
We're at 9%.
Wow, that is really unlucky
Oh,
for Sorel
man.
Mizzi. Gets his money in incredibly well, and Down to 7 big blinds
I will
and
not be having
crushing
another
blow
lollipop.
for
There's
Sorel
nothing
Mizzi
to
there.
celebrate here.
Huge
That
stroke
was
of luck.
absolute injustice.
Oh no, he's not gonna have his lollipop. It's not over yet. Still got
Absolute
12k.
injustice, I say.
Got threes, get in.
We're needing to avoid a king for the 2nd time in a row.
Don't do it again.
Oh, they've done it again. That's
And he
poker,
does
Sorel.
it again. He does it again. Put out that 3 of spade hearts. Probably not going to happen, but...
3 of hearts. Oh, it's a 5 of hearts. It was so
all
close.
right.
Yeah, huge stroke of luck there for the Paris Aviators. We saw an injustice yesterday. Unlucky Sorel. Yeah, we saw a big injustice yesterday in the final match between Justin Bonomo and Jungle Man. Another huge injustice there. An undeserved win for the Paris Aviators. Alexandre Luneau twice getting his money in bad and hitting the king both times. So, yeah, nice stroke of luck there for the Paris Aviators. That'll take them nicely off the bottom of the table. Unlucky there for Sorel. On the verge, only one flop away, one clean run out away from taking Berlin to the playoffs. They should be okay. They're in a nice position up there in 2nd spot. So 6 points, much needed 6 points for the Paris Aviators. You can debate about the way that hand ran out, but at the end of the day, Sorel got his money in good twice and was
He
sucked
did.
out.
That king was mean on the flop, not
Yeah,
once,
but twice.
But twice.
Yeah.
And 2 consecutive hands as well. I mean, I think we were talking about luck and how unlucky some players have been. I think Justin Bonomo is probably the most unlucky we've seen in the game that he played yesterday.
Sorel he picked up 3 points in that one. So the Berlin Bears were certainly in the best position tonight, other than the Moscow Wolverines, and they can rest fairly easy with 3 points. There will be a lot of activity below them, both for the remainder of tonight and next week in our final round of matches. But for the time being, they should be okay. But pretty unlucky there for Sorel, and would have been really nice to get an interview with Sorel, or to, just see that smiling face and maybe a celebratory.
Lollipop.
No interview with Sorel.
He's going to be sad. He doesn't even want any lollipops now because of that.
Oh dear.
Maybe those lollipops froze his brain a little.
Hey, his brain was functioning well.
His brain was fine. His brain was fine.
Pure luck on the part of...
He's going to chat with us, I think.
He's going to chat with us. That's very magnanimous of him. Maybe we could look at the standings in the Eurasian Conference, because we are now completed our 2nd game of the night. We have one more match remaining tonight. That will be Timothy Adams of the Rome Emperors against Nano Noko of the Hong Kong Stars. But I believe Laura Cornes is ready to talk with Sorel Mizzi, the unfortunate losing player in this final game.
Sorel Mizzi, thank you for joining us. Just on a scale of 1 to 10, how tilted are you after those last 2 hands?
Honestly, probably about a 2.5. I had some good lollipops today, and there was a lot of good that came out of today. Despite the fact that I lost those 2 hands, I had 3 delicious lollipops.
You did.
I had some crumb cake that I don't know if you noticed.
I did actually, but you kept that from us. We couldn't see what it was. I was thinking, what's he doing? Is he eating a main course after eating a dessert? This is not how it goes.
Yeah, the crumb cake was delicious. So I had that, and so I've had the desserts, and now I'm gonna have the main course.
What's that?
I'm probably gonna go out to Firefly in Las Vegas, get some food.
What's their speciality?
They have this bacon wrapped date that I really like, and this artichoke salad that's delicious. So, poker doesn't really tilt me as much as it used to. I'm on to bigger and better things right now.
Food, yeah. The Bears like food. If the poker goes wrong, just eat food. It's all good. You know what? It's kind of disappointing, though, because if you'd had won that last game, the Bears would have been guaranteed a playoff spot, but now they're not. But they're still looking pretty good to make it.
Oh, okay, yeah, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
If I knew that the stakes were that high, then I would have. It probably wouldn't have changed anything, but I would have at least had it in my mind. And maybe just having it in my mind, quantum science and all that. Maybe my brain would have interacted with the computer, and the random number generator would have changed. I don't know, but we still have a chance. The Bears, I have a very berry look today.
Yeah, that beard is berry, man.
Very berry, very berry.
And also, the Bears have just been doing so well the last couple of weeks. It all turned around, I think. It was
Brian Rast.
the Brian Rast week, 14 points, 2 first places in the Six Max. And then you guys have been on fire. You've kind of like swapped positions with London, who have just been like not doing great at all and look like they might finish in 6th place after being in 2nd for so long during the season. So good job, Berlin, anyway.
Yeah, we have a saying here at the Berlin Bears, and that saying goes, in Rast we trust. And in Rast we do trust, because Rast, he may have had a little slow start, but he came back in a fury, and he's brought the Bears back up on the map, hasn't he?
He has indeed. Well, you're going to go enjoy the day eating at the Firefly, whatever it is. What's going on poker-wise? Anything fun in the pipeline?
No poker plans. I'm moving to San Diego. I might buy a dog, and I don't know. I'm probably going to take some time off poker.
Wow.
Yeah,
The
for a
quiet
little
life.
bit. Yeah. I may actually get a job at Solar City. I've been really passionate about solar energy lately. So maybe, I've mastered poker. I'm a master at poker. I'm a master. I've put in the hours, I've put in the time, I've put in the hands. I am a master of poker. And now I want to apply that mastery to a different sort of area. So whether that be solar energy or other things, I don't know. But we'll see what happens. I'm a fighter, though. I never give up. That's the one thing about me. Doesn't matter what happens, I'm a fighter. I will fight through, and I will win, no matter what.
Well,
That's what the Bears do.
Indeed. We will be looking to see you in Vegas. Before you give up on poker completely, stay with us until the Bears get there. Okay?
All right, sounds good.
All right. Thanks for talking. Bye.
Bye.
Sorel Mizzi, I never quite know whether to take him serious
It wasn't in my
or not.
audio feed. I didn't get to hear the interview.
Oh, you didn't hear any of that?
Devastating.
Well, there was a long chat about solar energy.
Oh, wow.
You can watch it
I'm
back
gonna
on the
watch
stream.
I'm going to watch it back as soon as we go on break. Standings, Eurasian Conference. Here we go. So, not looking good for London now on the result of that win for Paris. Paris jump up to 3rd. Berlin still up there in 2nd. They're looking pretty strong for a playoff spot anyway. I think they can confirm that potentially with based on the result between Hong Kong Stars and Rome Emperors. The Hong Kong Stars, looking at that table, can certainly lock up a playoff spot if they manage a sweep. That'll put them on 161, and that will make them clear of London and Rome. So Hong Kong Stars can secure their playoff spot in the final game of the night. That's going to be pretty exciting. Randy Liu going up against Timothy Adams. They see Moscow out in the front. Berlin 157, not what they wanted, but they're going to be okay, with barring a huge turnaround in the fortunes of them. So join us later on tonight. Timothy Adams against Nanonoko, 5 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. Central European time.
Just under an hour's time. And if Tim Adams can score just 3 points, it means London will finish bottom of the conference today. They will be in 6th place, which is absolutely crazy after the phenomenal start they have had to the season, of course. So Tim Adams, Rome Emperors versus Nanonoko coming up in just under 1 hour. Stay with us right here at the Global Poker League. I'm sure Randy is going to have his gong out. It's going to be a momentous game. You know where it's at, and I'm sure in the meantime we're going to throw you some little quiz questions, a little bit of strategy.
Really high-level quizzing on the break for you folks. Join us in about an hour's time.
See you then.